Oh, I think the Cal tournament was good for all our new freshmen, just getting our feet wet, and we actually had a pretty good tournament. I mean, Ivetu, one of my new players from Slovakia, won the back draw or the consolation of the top flight, beat a really good player in the meanwhile. Julia played pretty well. Actually, everybody played pretty well. It's just that the new freshmen, it's their first exposure to tennis, and I think a couple of them were a little overwhelmed. But overall, we had a pretty good results, and it was a good start to the season. Well, that tournament was kind of interesting because we originally had 5 players that were going to play in the tournament, and then 2 were ill and could not play. So that took out one of our top players out of the top group, and another one that wasn't able to play doubles or singles. So it wasn't as good of a tournament for it this time compared to Cal, but we got a lot of matches in, and even though my players did not make it through the main part of the draw, we did do really well in the consolation part of the draw. Won a flight in the consolation doubles, and had one of our players win the consolation of the second flight singles. We got a bunch of it. So it was growth. We're learning the things that we need to work on, and we know that going into regionals that we'll be better and more prepared. I think the new 3 gals that we have right now are doing really well. They're meshing with our returning players, developing a good friendship and team bondship and camaraderie. They're realizing that they got to work hard every day and practice and be ready because the level is so much higher than they're used to playing on an everyday basis. For some of them, they're actually playing more tennis than they were when they were overseas in their home countries. A couple of them, they're not used to actually playing tennis virtually every day. They're used to playing maybe 3 times a week. So it's a little overwhelming in that sense, but it gives them the opportunity for growth. They're great kids, they're hard workers, they're fun, they have a good time, so they're going to be a great asset to our tennis team over the next few years. Well, always in terms of, win-loss goals, we always want to shoot to be the best in our conference and make it to the NCAA tournament. So I think a realistic goal being that we have all these new players this year, and we're a very young team, is to shoot to be in the top half of our conference, which is really difficult, but we've had success last year beating quite a few nationally ranked teams. And so I expect us to compete real well, which we always do. We'll always give us our best shot out there and play aggressive, and one of the main goals is to become real solid in doubles, which can determine a match, especially if you split the singles. So I think we'll be fine. It's going to be young, exciting. It's going to be exciting for me to work with a young group to get better. Well, regionals is kind of the ultimate in the fall for us because it incorporates all the best teams in the Northwest. And, when you have Stanford and Cal, who are always 2 of the top teams in the country every year, besides Washington being the top 5 team, it's a really difficult challenge because all the kids go into one draw. There's not flights or anything. You could come up against the best player in the nation right off the bat. And last year, that player out of the Pac-10 out of Cal won the national singles title, so she'll be the #1 seed. And it's fun for us to play down at Stanford. It's is the right venue for our regional championships. So we'll go down and compete the best we can and hopefully have some good results. The last tournament we play this year will be down in Fresno the second weekend of November, and it's really going to be more about getting more experience, and we're guaranteed to play lots of singles and lots of doubles, and hopefully some of the kids that have been injured are going to be able to play in that tournament because they haven't been able to play any of the tournaments so far. So that'll be that conclude our season as far as the fall, which will help us to learn going into the spring what we're going to work on hard to become better and be ready to go when we head off to Las Vegas to open the season in January. Go Tigers!